on this little block. Oh, that is uncomfy. Sideburns on point. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are all well. I got a really bad cold, not coronavirus, I got checked. So I couldn't film this video when I wanted to because I was not a picture of health. I'm really excited about this video today because it is my follow-up from my BBG transformation video that I posted over a year ago. Gee, seriously, the sideburn game. Stop curling, man. So if you watched my last video, you will already know that a lot has changed this past year. Mainly, I got divorced after not a very long stint of being married, I won't lie. And it was a really difficult time in my life, but I feel like I'm out the other side now and all is good. So if you want to have a general life catch up, then go and have a look at that other video. I will pop it up here. Or up here. So I get a lot of messages asking if I carried on with Kayla Itsines SWEAT BBG app guide. Short and long of it is no, I did not. But I am the fittest, healthiest and the happiest I have ever been in my 26 years on this planet, and I'm going to tell you why and how and all of my secrets in this video. So let's go back in time a year, back to the previous video, which again I will put somewhere. Before this, the most walking I'd done was to the co-op to buy a bottle of wine because I couldn't drive because I'd already had. I finished the 12 weeks of the BBG guides, the Sweat app, and I didn't lose any weight, but I felt a lot fitter and I looked quite a bit more toned. So yeah, these are my 12-week result photos. I was quite happy. I wasn't really doing it from a I want to be thin sense. I had kind of slowly began a bit of a journey with self-love back then. So I thought I'm just going to do it so I feel fitter, and I did feel fitter. My transformation photos were pretty impressive actually. Even though I wasn't doing it for the physical sense back then, I was actually really unhappy with my body, or I was unhappy with the thoughts about my body, which we will go into more shortly. Just finished that video and I posted it, and I was really happy when I filmed the video, but when I posted it, my husband had actually just moved out of our house. It all happened really, really quickly. I was kind of left here in an empty home, basically not knowing what the fuck I was going to do with my life because all of my plans had just gone up in smoke. But where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's fire, there's me. Something like that anyway. Oh my god, I'm such a loser. I love it. Right, anyway. Husband gone, house by myself. I drank a lot. I said this in my previous video, but I've always been a big wino, a big drinker. And when he left, I drank every night. I drank a lot. It was a really dark time in my life. And to think I'm only a year after that now is mad, because I am a completely different person, or I am the same person that I always was that I lost. Who knows? So gradually over the past, God, I'd say 6 years, I've been slowly losing my self-confidence, my self-worth. I've always neglected myself in a sense. For example, I wouldn't do my hair because I'll do my hair when I'm thin. Like, why would I bother doing this right now? Not gonna polish a turd. Yeah, there's always been some level of self neglect to myself, that feeling of unworthiness, that I'm not enough, that I don't deserve to be taken care of, I deserve to be treated poorly by men and other people around me, which is a whole other mountain of shit that I've been working on. It was always, I'll do this when, I'll take care of myself when, I'll stop drinking when, I'll floss when I have good skin. I mean, this mindset is really hard to get out of, and I spent a lot of time in it. So please don't beat yourself up about it if this is where you are now. But anyway, back to the story, because I get very confused and go off on a tangent and don't know what I'm doing. So starting again. The drinking was really heavy. I was getting really bad panic attacks. I didn't want to leave the house in the end. I wouldn't draw the curtains. I mean, my life had just done a complete 360. I'd lost my best friend, you know, my husband, my security, you know, that part of my future that I thought was mine. I just couldn't do the Kayla workouts anymore. I mean, like the jumping on the floor, everything hurt. It was difficult enough to lift myself out of bed every day, let alone do burpees, you know what I'm saying? Also, they're HIIT, so you get really out of breath, and I was struggling with panic attacks, and if I would get myself out of breath, I'd be more likely to have one, because it would imitate that feeling of me losing control of my respiratory system, I guess. I just couldn't carry on doing that kind of exercise, which, to be honest, didn't really upset me, because what I was interested in was crying in the bath, in the shower, in my garden, at work, drinking. There was just really no time. There's just no time for exercise, okay? Everything was taken. I had lost all self-worth. I mean, I genuinely thought if I got hit by a bus, I mean, the world would probably be a better place. And it was a really, really dark time for me. Definitely the darkest period of my life that I've ever experienced. I believed all of the things that people had told me I was. I believed the things that my husband said. I believed that I was worthless and unlovable and disgusting. Yeah, it just got so bad after that. And then I don't know why or how or what made me do this, but I decided that I was going to go to counselling, and she really helped me to address a lot of issues in my life and helped me rebuild the self-worth. Now, I know that you're thinking this was supposed to be an exercise video, so why are you talking about this? But I do have a very valid point, so sit tight. But if you did come for me to tell you what macros I eat, I don't even know what macro is, so I literally can't tell you. I'm sorry. I went to counselling, and I did the work to unpick the beliefs that I had been given from my husband, from the way I've spoke to myself over the years, and I slowly started to unpick them and try to claw back a bit of self-love, self-respect, self-worth. I also stopped drinking, so on the 6th of December 2021, are we 2022 now? I don't know. The 6th of December last year, I quit drinking, so I've been nearly 7 months sober, which is absolutely insane. I never would have thought I could have quit drinking, and I've tried. I mean, I tried a lot. I've probably tried on and off for about 6 years when I realised that I couldn't moderate my alcohol consumption, and it may be something to worry about. Don't know. I think it was because of the counselling. I started to realise that I deserved some control over my life. Once I'd stopped drinking and I'd been to some counselling, I thought that I was in a headspace to start to move my body again. But like I said, there was no way that I could have gone and done the sweat guides. They just didn't feel right for me at this stage in my life. So I turned to yoga, which I have practiced in the past on and off, but never as a daily practice, as a way of life, as a system to follow to try and make myself feel better and to help myself find peace with myself. So yeah, those were the 3 things that I put into place last year to try and help me get going in life again. The counselling helped me to relocate some self-worth. Being sober helped me to gain a bit of control back over my life. And also, just to prove to myself that, I'm not just a wino. I am a better sister, a better friend, a better employee now that I don't drink. I am so much more than a bottle of red wine. And that's been absolutely transformational for me. And I will do a sober video soon. I also stopped getting panic attacks when I quit the booze, which meant that I could try and move my body again without worrying that I was going to end up on the floor at home on my own. The yoga, it helped me to move my body and exercise in a way that helped to nourish my mind, my body, my soul. Now we are back at the present day. I've lost 2.5 stone without really trying. And some people might say, oh, it's because you've gone through a divorce. But actually, I didn't start looking after myself until December, and my husband left right at the start of June. Nothing happened for those 6 months apart from dark drinking. I've lost 2.5 stone, which honestly has fallen off naturally. I know people hate it when people say that, but I will explain more. And I can't even believe I'm saying it because I am a serial dieter. I was a serial dieter. Slimming World, Weight Watchers, the 800 calorie diet, the blood sugar diet, the 5-2, that I'm not fucking eating anything. I'm just going to eat pineapples for 7 days. I just want to be thin. I mean, that was me. Diet of wine. I wouldn't eat all day and then have a bottle of wine and think, well, that's fine. Good one, Kirsty. But seriously, not ideal. Really, I've lost 2.5 stone really in 6 months. And I only know that because I got on the scales to be nosy so I could make this video and explain to you what I've been doing, I guess. Not what I've been exercising, what I've been eating. I mean, none of you care what I eat. I said I am the fittest, the happiest and the healthiest I've ever been. And that is 100% true. I have lost weight as a byproduct of me changing my thoughts about myself. Everything in life is a thought first. I mean, I'm filming on my iPhone. That was just inside someone's head at some point. You get on the train, that was just an idea of some guy who was feeling ballsy. Anything that we create, always a thought first. I've spent the past 6 months committed to falling in love with every part of myself. And it's not been easy. I've had to do the work, but it has been the best work that I've ever done. It's just incredible. I sit with myself every day and I meditate. I journal. I listen to my body for the first time in my life. I pay attention to what I need, not what my husband needs, not what my family need, not what my friends need. No, what do I need? What can I give to myself to nourish myself so I can better serve the people I love in my life and myself? I can categorically tell you that you will not be happier when you lose 20 pounds. You just won't. That is not how it works. I have done this enough fucking times to know that is true. I have been a size 6 and a size 16, and I have been absolutely miserable at both. Absolutely fucking miserable. If you don't change the way that you feel about yourself, no matter what you do to your appearance, no matter how many fad diets you go on, which don't ever go on another diet again, please, please. You will still be exactly the same person unless you change your thoughts. If you lose 2.5 stone and you talk to yourself like shit and you don't care about yourself and you are doing what you're doing from a place of lack and sadness, insecurity and self-punishment, you will be exactly the same person with 20 pounds less body, 2.5 stone less body. As it turns out, all of these years, it wasn't my body size that was upsetting me. I have looked beautiful at every size I've ever been. It's my thoughts about my body, about certain weights, about certain clothing sizes that were the issue. And my body weight was never the problem. It was my thoughts about myself, my self-loathing and my self-hatred. That was the issue. You know, never a number on the scales. The fact of the matter is, the number on the scales means nothing unless you make it mean something. It's your thought attached to that number that gives it a negative or a positive connotation. That's up to you. You are beautiful. You absolutely don't need to change a single thing about yourself. I haven't tried to lose any weight. I have lost some weight as a byproduct of treating myself like the divine, incredible woman that I am. The way that I wish my husband treated me, I treat me now. Like, that's up to me. I just thought, you know what? I love myself so much. I'm going to do all of the things that she deserves to have done to her. So I started living my life from a place of absolute self-love, respect and admiration, which, like I said, took time. I moved my body in a way that felt good for my body, not to get a six-pack, to lose 10 pounds, to burn 200 calories. I move in a way that feels fun, nourishing and delicious for my body. I eat food that I know keeps my body happy. If I don't digest something well, I don't always go near it. Not because, oh, I can't have that. You know, I don't want to be in pain later and I love myself and I'm going to find something else to have that's just as nice that I can eat comfortably. I eat lots of fruits and vegetables because I deserve nutrients. I am the kind of person that deserves nutrients. I deserve that. I do. And so do you. I am also the kind of person that deserves to eat a whole pack of Oreo cookies if she chooses to, because I don't revolve my life around food, which is mad for me to say it because I was a cereal dieter, binge eater, even me not drinking. I don't feel like, oh, I can't drink. Oh, woe is me. How sad. I think, do you know what? You don't deserve this booze. You deserve something much better. You deserve to wake up tomorrow, go and meet a friend for brunch, go for a walk, be present with your nephew, laugh at things that are actually funny and not repeat yourself. That's what I deserve. I know that. I mean, some people might watch this and think, oh, fucking hell, you know, get off your self-love horse. But no, it's not going to happen. So I'm just telling you about where I am since that BBG transformation video. I'm in a really different place now and I've got some top tips for you if you would like to journey into the realm that is self-love, soul care, talking to yourself on a deep cellular level about what you want and you need, listening to your body, going to bed when you are tired. I mean, these simple acts, brushing our teeth for 2 minutes like we're supposed to, these simple things make you feel like you are worth the world. Tip number 1, meditate. There are millions of apps available for you to use, but honestly, sit yourself somewhere comfortable. Doesn't need to be cross-legged in a, you know, situation. It can be on a chair, you can lie in bed, and just sit with yourself in silence. We never do this unless you are a regular meditator, then congratulations. Be alone with yourself to listen to your body, feel what comes up for you. You'll be surprised how many emotions arise when you sit in silence. It's not always easy. I would suggest setting a timer for 5 minutes and then just putting it up a minute each day. But I would do this in the morning or last thing at night or while you're on the train. Basically do it anywhere. Close down the eyes if that feels comfortable for you and just tune in to the breath. If any thoughts come in, just let them go. And so many will come in, and it takes a long time to get comfortable in meditation. But really, sitting with yourself is the best thing that you can do for yourself. You are allowing yourself time to just be you. That's incredible. It's amazing. Okay, number 2, talk to yourself. Sound is powerful. Our voices are powerful. Every morning, I am not joking, I tell myself I'm beautiful before I leave the house and when I get up. If I ever live with anyone again, I'm sorry, but I'm not. It feels good to say it. If I am beautiful feels like too much of a stretch for you, then you can start with a statement like, I have 2 legs. It's not negative, it's not positive. You're just stating a fact. You have 2 legs. If you only have 1 leg, say I have 1 leg. No, point to something that is factual for you. I have 10 fingers. I have eyes. I have a nose. Anything that pulls you away from saying, I look like a potato, because you don't. And we're just not doing the potato thing. You are absolutely gorgeous. We are not doing the potato thing. And potatoes, absolutely gorgeous in their own right. So we should leave them alone because they're probably really offended. So yeah, talk to yourself out loud and call yourself beautiful. Sound is so powerful. Make use of it. Number 3, spend time naked. We find being naked with ourselves so uncomfortable. Not all of us do. I don't anymore, but I did. And it's so sad that we feel like that. Get a mirror, draw the curtains, dim the lights, whatever you need to do, and stand in front of a mirror naked. And once again, don't make any judgment on it. Just look. Become accustomed to being with yourself the way that you are. Just look at yourself in all of your magnificence. The human body, this experience, it's incredible. It really is. If you keep finding negative thoughts coming into your mind when you look at yourself, just change them slightly, just a tweak, oh my God, my thighs are so big. I have thighs. I'm glad I can walk. Those kind of things, straight back to basics. Tip number 4, take care of your external body. Now, as I said earlier, I used to not take care of myself because I didn't think I was worthy. Now, I'm not saying that you have to do your makeup in a certain way, your hair. What I'm saying is if you want to do something for yourself, do it because you are worthy of that. I wouldn't do my makeup because what was the point? I wouldn't do my hair because I'll do it when I lose 10 pounds. You are worthy of everything that life has to offer right now. Whatever you like to do and you put off, go and do it and be happy about it and know that you deserve it. Think about those thoughts. I'm brushing my teeth today because I deserve to do that. I am worthy of good oral hygiene. It just, the most basic level of self-care I lost because I felt so worthless, and I can't stand any of you feeling like that. So yeah, whatever you do to your external self, do it from a place of love. Don't pluck your eyebrows because you hate your eyebrows. Pluck your eyebrows because you love yourself. And you might think that they might look nice like this, but they look nice already. Or don't pluck your eyebrows, because they are part of you and they are wonderful, they are beautiful. Don't use a body brush because you want to get rid of your cellulite. Use a body brush because you know it's good for your lymphatic system. Use a body brush because you like to spend the time looking after yourself every day. You can see how just changing your reason for doing something makes it a good thing. You've got to like your reason for doing something. If you are dyeing your hair blonde because Janice down the road has just got her hair blonde, well, it's just not a good reason. You've got to like your reason. Exercising because you want to look like the personal trainer, again, not a good enough reason. You exercise because you like to feel the way your body moves, or you exercise because you deserve it, because you want to take care of your amazing muscles so they carry you through the day, not because you want a 4-pack. But if you do, you know, that's up to you. But I'm just saying, those reasons never worked for me. They were never sustainable. They were, you know, you've got to like your reason. You've got to like your reason. So yeah, that's about it for me. Sorry, it's really long. What I want to say to you is, if you want to carry on exercising and dieting because you don't like yourself, then that is completely your prerogative. It is your body, it is your choice. However, make sure it really is your choice and not social media's or society's or your mum's. And make sure you make that choice for you. But please promise me that you will commit to learning how to love yourself more. In any way you can, in any way you know how. Fall in love with yourself deeply. Take yourself on dates. Do the things that you wish someone else would do for you. Do it for yourself. Love yourself. Have a deep romantic relationship with yourself. It will change your life. I absolutely promise you. I've realised recently that I feel like my purpose in this human experience is to make you all fall in love with yourself. I feel like that's my dharma, and that's what I'm going to do. So I will see you on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. You can catch me on Instagram. I have a blog called The Ordinary Girl where I write stuff if you are a reading kind of person. But I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Do something for you today that makes you feel good. Sending you so much love. Look after yourself, and yeah. I get my braces off in 2 weeks.